Hey, horror fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Monty G. Once again, trying to do another movie review as I catch up on some movies that I did not see in a couple of years. And today I'm going to review the movie Knock Knock! No, Knock Knock is a 2015 erotic thriller horror movie. It was directed by Eli Roth. He also did some of the screenplay, along with Guillermo Armento and Nicholas Lopez. It stars Keanu Reeves, Lorenza Easy, and Ana de Armas. I probably screwed that name up. Yeah, this is a movie that came out back in 2015, right after Eli Roth's, I think, The Green Inferno. I think he came up with this one. Yet, sort of a different path for Eli Roth. He's not known for this type of movie, but he decided to do this anyway. So let's see what I have to say about Knock Knock. Now here we have Keanu Reeves plays Evan Weber. He's a devoted father and husband who helps two stranded, beautiful young women who knock on his door, but his kind gesture leads into a night of seduction and a nightmare game of cat and mouse. The two young ladies have a more psychotic plan in mind for the poor Evan. That's basically what this movie is. Now, of course, no more for his gore movies such as Cabin Fever, Hostel, and The Green Inferno. Eli Roth is trying to prove he can do more than those type of pictures, so we have this movie here. This is more of an erotic thriller here with some horror elements into it, such as the home invader subgenre thrown in for the mix. And while we do get some nice performances by Keanu Reeves and by the two young ladies here, former rivals Lorenzo Izzo and Ana de Armas, the film is more of a mixed bag for me with some pieces that don't fit. That's what I get for about this picture. It's not a really bad picture, but it's okay. We'll see more when we get into the meat part of the movie. Now, as I stated earlier before, we have Evan Weber. He is a happily married architect who stays home to work on a project while his beautiful wife Karen, a very successful artist in her own right, and their two children head to a beach trip vacation for Father's Day. Wow, it was nice too, because I like how they had it set up. Now, while working on the project, he is interrupted by two stranded young ladies named Genesis and Belle. Now, they seem innocent at first, claiming to be lost trying to find a party. Eventually, they seduce and have a threesome with him. However, things get worse for Evan as the ladies aren't who they claim to be, and it becomes obvious that Genesis and Belle have more sinister plans in store for the unfaithful Evan. Now, I'll give Eli Roth credit. I like how he sets up this story. We see Evan and Karen, they have a nice romp in the bed, looking very lovely at each other, and the kids come in there and break it up. That's what kids do in moments like this. We get nice long shots of the house to live in, exploring the artwork Karen has done, and the lovely pictures of the Weber family. It just shows that this is a very happy family, and this is also builds character development as we're supposed to care for this family, or basically care for Evan, because he is the bulk of the movie. We don't get to see Karen and the kids that much, particularly I say basically the first act or first 1/3 of the movie just basically deals with how such of a nice family man Evan is. I guess it's, well, hey, look, we're supposed to root for him because he's a nice guy. Yay, way to go, Evan. Ha ha ha. Now, when the ladies, that's Genesis and Belle, when they show up, they look and sound innocent at first. You know, they seem real nice and happy. It's raining. They're soaked. And they look nicely and lovely. It looks like, oh, wow, you kind of feel sorry for them. Now, however, as the movie continues, we see some signs that there's something not right with these two. But Evan, being a bit naive, and I guess just wants to be a good guy, doesn't pick up on them. It is during these scenes where Reeves, Izzo, and DMRs are excellent together. You can see the chemistry that they build in this particular part of the film. Even though at times when they make him uncomfortable, he tries his best to sit somewhere else, but still be nice. Now, the movie kind of takes up a strange place is when Evan has had enough with Genesis and Belle. That's when the movie kind of takes a bit of a problem with logic and pace. It's like after the sex scenes, he has sex with them and everything's still fine. And it looks like the movie didn't know what to do after that. It's like Eli Roth and the writers didn't know what they wanted the ladies to do for Evan. So the film slows down and there's big logic gaps in the film. It's like, okay, we finally made him a bad guy. He had sex with two ladies and then all of a sudden they just didn't know where to go. You have them pretending that they're underage, and they're gonna charge them with statutory rape. There's like a whole bunch of ideas got thrown in, and they didn't know where to land in this particular part of the film. You got to give Keanu Reeves credit. We known him as Neo, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Neo, now John Wick. And here he plays Evan as straight as you can by simply trying to do the right thing when Genesis and Bella arrive. I like the fact that he also plays his shoulder injury well, so it makes it a little bit more believable that he can be taken down by two ladies. Not saying that he's not athletic or anything like that, but they do play on his shoulder injury enough, so at least that way the audience can't say, well, there's no way in the world that these two ladies cannot take down a very large man, but because of his shoulder, they make it a little bit more believable. Unfortunately, the problem is that when he gets to the third act, I don't buy his anger and frustration. It seems as though it sounds forced. It doesn't come off natural. Now, I like the chemistry between Lorenza Izzo and Ana de Armas. You can tell this is not their first rodeo that they've done this, and two actresses play off well with each other. Both Genesis and Belle have their own ways in seducing and terrorizing the poor, nice Evan. Genesis is more direct, more forceful, more crude. Belle is the nice, innocent woman, and she plays off like she has some type of a daddy issue thing. So I like how they played it off these two. They're basically the best things in the movie. Unfortunately, it wasn't, again, for the logic gaps that the ladies have too. So now we get to talk about the logic gaps that makes this film a big bag. There's one part of the movie, which I will not spoil, that the ladies are doing something that is totally unbelievable. And it makes the ladies still look pretty and sexy after doing this thing. I said, come on now. I know this is probably not the first time they've done this, but come on, make the scene believable. You're going to do that, and the ladies are not going to come up with just looking sexy and beautiful and nothing wrong with their hair. That's one part I didn't like. This happens again during the beginning of the third act, when there's simply no way you can do this and not get covered with some stuff. There's another part the scene in the movie. There's two parts, particularly in the third act, that happened that I simply can't see them not having any stuff on them, and they still look hot and sexy. Now, some people, what I read, would love to see Evan escape and give these ladies their comeuppance. But I like the fact that we only got a short explanation about the ladies' motives about why they're doing this to Evan. And the fact that Evan has to pay for price for his actions, no matter how sorry we feel for him, is like, hey, look, man, you should have said no. No means no. He should have got out the house. But again, if he didn't do that, we wouldn't have the movie. So overall, I did like the movie. I did like the performances by Keanu Reeves. I did like the latest performances. I just said this, that for some reason, I thought the logic gaps just took some aspect out of the movie. Plus, I thought the movie ran a bit too long. I think they would have cut out at least maybe 10 minutes of it, because we do have some pacing issues. There are some scenes that just take forever long, and they kind of get drawn out. I think if we would have shortened that scene off, take some logic gaps out, this would have been an enjoyable film. I mean, it's okay, but that's about it. It's not bad, but, what are you going to do? So, the Horror Miser is going to open up his vote. And I'm going to give Knock Knock 2 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, you're going to get 2 out of my 5 gold coins. It's not the worst movie I've seen Eli Roth do, but he's done better. And I think, again, take out, shorten the scene some, take out the logic gaps, then you have a better movie. So, my horror fans, what do you think about Knock Knock? Do you enjoy this film? Did you like the fact what happened to Evan? Would you like to see the girls get their co-opponents? Or did you think this movie just fell flat on its face? Leave your comments down in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Knock Knock. So, horror fans, that's my video for today. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, because it does help the channel out a lot. And once again, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscriber button, ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. Haha. Vince, take us home. We're out.